Hi and welcome back to another MJH Images TT. Yeah, today title is thermostat. Never changed it. Don't know how long it's been there. But the most importantly, the problem we're having is the temperature staying around 50, between 50 and 55. Even on the motorway for a short period of time, it's staying around there. I monitored it, looked at it, and I think it needs changing. So that's what we're going to look at today. I have had the cover off underneath, and I did see some looks like coolant as well. So whether the seal's gone in it, whether it's something else, whether it's a piping, we'll know. But I think the thermostat needs changing anyway. So we're going to start with that, which we've got. I'll show you what we've got and the tools we need, and I'll try and show as much as I can. I know of a story that it's awkward to get to these bolts, especially the bottom bolt where you got to get the housing of it out. I've got new bolts only because in case I lose the others or I'm not happy with their condition, I thought let me get them at the same time. Parts I got directly from Audi, which are more expensive, but I didn't want to fall into any more problems by not getting the genuine, so we went down the genuine route. Let's say, well, if you want to see the price, go into the description down below and they'll have the price there. Yeah, below 100 English pounds for everything: washer, thermostat, housing, and the two bolts. Yeah, on certain sites you can get it quite cheap. Are they going to last? Or are you going to be in there again? That's the trouble. Anyway, enough of that. Let's go see the parts and let's go see what the car looks like now. Okay. Right, so these are some of the things you need. Got some grips there. Taking the clips off to get the piping off. Something to clamp the pipes while we're working on it. A couple of extensions, ratchet, little pry thing just in case. A couple of hex keys there. Bungee. Oh, the hex keys we've got size 4 and a 5. A couple of bendy bits because some awkward, and these are just in case we decide we can get in there with that. Sorry, with that one, with the 5, and get it turned. There's the housing. I've got all the original numbers on it there. Yeah, so that looks good. Thermostat. Yeah, there we go. Some numbers are on there. Okay, yeah, we've also got the O-ring gasket, and we got the little 10mm bolts, which you can see there. It has got the hex facility, so you can slot it in there, and that fits in. So hopefully we might be able to get a turn on there if we need to. Other than that, we've got a 10mm socket on the end of there. So yeah, two of those. You can use your old ones. I've just got those just in case I lose them or something I'm not happy with. Yeah, we've got a ratchet. Bungee just to hold things back a bit, in case things are in the way. That should be it, and I'll let you know if I come across anything else that we haven't covered. Okay, let's go see what the car looks like first, and we'll take it from there. Okay, this is what the car looks like so far, and we're going to be in here taking out these. The dipstick holder, as much of that as we possibly can. Maybe we'll have to get rid of some of this, I'm not sure, but we'll have a look. We'll start with that, and yeah, let's come back when we've got some of this out of the way. Okay, before I show where we're up to, all that top's off. I have disconnected the power supply to the alternator and the actual lead, but make sure you disconnect the battery first before you tackle that. I've also clamped off that pipe there, and now I just thought I'd show you this trick. Got the clip that holds the pipe off. What you do is then get a long screwdriver like this on top of the manifold, slide it down, and just behind there, let's try and zoom in. you can then just on there wiggle it just side to side, gently easing it until that comes off. Okay, yeah, so once we get that off, we're then going to try and get that little bracket off to get the rest of the cable to the alternator off to get us access to our housing bolts. Okay, so let's come back in a little bit. Okay, just wanted to show you this. So this is the setup of how to take out those two awkward bolts of the housing. Now you got your ratchet. I've got 2-part, so which is about 5 inches there, and probably a 4-inch, or yeah, 4-inch bit with a little bendy mechanism and a 10mm on the end. That works for me. Let's go and have a look on the car. Okay, now this is stage we're at. Pipe off, and let me see if I can get you to see the if I can get the camera in there. There we go. Housing top bolt, and I don't know if it's coming up to get the bottom bolts. Not sure if you're seeing that anyway, but yeah, that's out. We've got this one there, which has got the 8mm little bolt, which comes off, which has the harness, which goes through the alternator harness there. That loop thing there. That's another awkward one, and obviously that's your main one for your main power to your alternator. All that's left for me to take off the housing, change out the thermostat, and put it all back together. Note I've just covered me dipstick holder entrance there, so that's covered up with a little glove, so no water gets in. Yeah, what else we had? The amount of coolant that came out was, you can see in that bucket there, not too much. Yeah, we will top that up. I think you can see it draining off there, so if you see, more than likely, if you see coolant dripping like that, it's more likely coming from the thermostat. Okay, let's come back when I've done a bit more. So yes, we have done it with a torque wrench and my little setup. Managed to tighten up those. Okay, just wanted to show you this. This is another extension bar, a one piece that I used. We can see that there. It's around about a 12-inch or 30 centimeters. Then with the bendy 34. Okay, with an 8mm, and you'll need the 8mm to get the little clip attached to the alternator. So just that smaller one. The one in the front, I think that is a 13, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah, so you'll need that for that. And then obviously the 10mm for the housing, which I've got out there, which look a bit grimy, and I think I'm kind of glad I did buy the new ones. But yeah, just want to show you that. Okay. Okay, startup temperature is on 50. Okay. Okay, just want to finish up this video. Long process. If you're doing it for the first time, it's doable. Is it a pain? Yeah. Is it nice in parts? Yeah. But just set aside a fair few hours if you haven't done this before. It is straightforward. If you can get to things, it's not a problem. Things are in the way, you just got to have a little bit of patience. My difficulty bit probably was that extra, that 8mm bolt that needed to come off, that held the alternator cable in place. That was my awkward bit. The rest of it was partly straightforward. Yes, it is awkward to get that bottom bolt on the housing of the thermostat housing. But providing it's not gone too far rusty and you've got the right extensions, yeah, like other people have said, it is doable. And I think straightforward, pop the other one in place. Yeah, you do lose a lot of, well, a bit of coolant. You don't need too much. But yeah, top it up afterwards. What did I do? Filled it up, left the top off, let it run for about 5 or 12 minutes. It kept its level. I kept an eye on it. I'm going to give it a run out and see where it goes and make sure the temperature is right. Each change, and that's another thing I can tick off. If it discovers, if I then later discover that I've got another leak somewhere else, we'll tackle that issue as well. Yeah, so that's another one done. Always something. The cars are getting old, but if you keep it on top of things, and then as these things happen, all you can do is go through the motions and get them fixed. Okay, don't forget that good stuff. Leave a like, share, subscribe, all that stuff, and we'll see you in the next one. And peace, and we are out. Okay, it was about 6:70, just after. It was coming down again now, but that's after 10 minutes of engine on the drive. Let's go take it for a drive and see where it goes to. Okay, now it seems to be holding at 90 and the heat feels lovely. Yeah, everything's else where it should. Feels okay. If we have a look at where the level is, it is below the hatching, so I think it needs topping up there. Don't seem to be any leaks. I think there. Oh, brilliant. Fans just kicked in.